Alright guys, welcome back to another true story animation reaction video. Today we are watching Life Sentence at 1 year old, My Crazy Life by Storytime Animated. I will leave their link down below. They make amazing true story animations, but life sentence? Like prison at 1 year? How is that even possible? Well guys, we're about to find out. I'm gonna leave a like on this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and leave a comment if you guys want to see me react to more true story animations in the future. It seems like you guys really like them. So anyways, let's get started.
Where do I turn left? I asked my mom while I was driving. She pulled the map out and started scanning it with her eyes. It was getting kind of dark and I was tired.
You're the
so
GPS.
I really just wanted to get to the new place.
What?
Turn left after that big building over there, Pumpkin.
In 100 feet.
Are you excited?
Please
she
turn
asked
left.
Me. I nodded. I really was excited because I hadn't seen one of my best friends in ages. You see, ever since I was very young, my mom and I moved to different cities and towns every month or so. It's all I've ever known, and I have friends scattered all over the place. Hey there, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Leave a like, guys.
Already.
Leave a like.
I took our suitcases out of the trunk of the car while my mom opened the door to our little temporary home and carried them in. After saying goodnight to my mom, I fell asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. I woke up the next morning to the smell of eggs and sizzling bacon. After scarfing down my breakfast, I gave my mom a kiss on the forehead and left to meet my friend while she unpacked a few essentials. I met my friend Jackson at the basketball court
they're about
where
to,
we used to play when we were younger. We hugged, and then of course he challenged me to see who managed to shoot the most baskets.
Oh, never mind.
So, how's school, man? I asked him hours later, when we were just sitting around chilling. School's boring as always. You're lucky you're homeschooled, he replied. He stood up suddenly and asked me if I wanted to go to a party. I hadn't been to many parties, so of course I wanted to.
Sure, dude.
Jackson and I pulled up to a house
why
that
are
was
all
absolutely
these houses
trashed.
What?
There were cups and food containers
Why does that house
all
look
over
like
the front
something
lawn,
from
and
Willy
the music
Wonka
was
Factory?
booming out the windows. Inside, you could hardly tell what arm belonged to whom because everyone was tangled up dancing.
They're just
We
drinking
mostly
alcohol.
just vibed in the back, but we went to the front when we saw fists start to fly around.
What?
A fight broke out, and everyone around was watching.
Okay.
A few minutes later, the door opened and 3 cops came in, saying neighbors made a noise complaint. But then they saw the fight and got a bit more aggressive. 2 of the cops
They're still
grabbed the
fighting even when the
and
cops
one of
are
them
there?
stayed behind. He looked at me and I got chills.
What's up,
He
dude?
looked sketchy, and something about him made me not trust him. I got so uncomfortable with him looking at me that I walked away. But before I could get to Jackson, he grabbed my arm and said, "You're coming with me, kid."
What?
I wanted
He didn't even
to
do
resist.
anything.
I hadn't done anything wrong, but I saw Jackson and he mouthed, "Don't resist," to me.
Don't resist
The
the
cop
rest.
put me in the back of his patrol car
What?
and
He didn't even
snapped a
do
picture of me,
anything, dude.
the flash blinding me. After a while, I noticed he wasn't following the other cop car anymore. He stopped the car on the highway and got out. This is the end, I thought.
He's gonna
Shouldn't have
die.
gone to that damn party. Who knows what this creep is gonna do to me? He opened the back door and shoved a blindfold over my eyes.
Huh?
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
That's
I would
creepy.
have punched him, but I was handcuffed. Shush, he said. I felt the car moving again and stopped
What is he doing
after what
to him?
felt like a few minutes. I heard my door open and someone pulled me out roughly. They led me up a couple steps and then pushed me onto a chair.
Why'd they kidnap him,
where they tied
dude?
me up to the chair. I could tell there was a bright light over my head, and then someone ripped the blindfold from my eyes.
Surprise!
I took a second to adjust and then saw a man around 50 years old staring at me. "What do you want from me? I don't have any money."
I thought it was
shouted
gonna be
at
his
him,
friend
but
or
he just
something.
chuckled. "Kid, I have plenty of money myself. Do I look poor to you?" he asked, but I remained silent. He approached me and pulled my ear when we were face to face. "What I want is for you to rot in jail for what you did to my wife. I want you to feel as alone as I do every single day because of you." "You have the wrong guy. I've never hurt anyone."
He didn't even do
I tried
anything.
to defend myself, but he wouldn't listen. "You're a murderer," he spat. His phone started ringing, so he
He's
went
never
outside
killed
to pick up the
anyone,
call.
I'm pretty sure.
While he was out, I started struggling to escape. The friction the ropes made on my skin burned, but I kept trying to wiggle out until I got one hand free, then the other,
what a
and then
trooper.
I untied my feet. I tiptoed out of there as fast as I could, and when I was running out of the building, I heard the man shouting, "Get him!"
Get back here!
I could feel my heart beating out of my chest as I ran, trying to find help.
That's how he
After running
runs.
for a while, I found a place that looked familiar, and it didn't take me too long to find home. It was very late, but of course my mom was waiting up
please
for me.
help.
She freaked out when she saw me because my wrists were red with rope burns and my clothes were all messed up. I started explaining to her what happened,
in a really
and I could
bad
tell
situation.
she wanted to be mad at me going to that party. But when I told her about the cops, her expression changed. As I told her about how I was basically kidnapped, her eyes grew wide, and the color fled her face when I told her about the man accusing me of murdering his wife. A few minutes after I was done talking, she was still zoned out. I waved my hand in front of her eyes, and she snapped
Does his
back
mom
into
know
reality.
something about this?
I need to tell you something.
Oh,
And she began to tell me the
No
story
way.
that would change my life forever.
no way.
My mom worked
She
as
knows?
a maid in her 20s at a huge mansion.
Oh,
Her job
it
was normal, but she knew that behind closed doors, there was sketchy business. The man who had me kidnapped was the
Oh my
owner of the mansion,
gosh,
and he had a
of
beautiful
course.
wife he kept locked up like a princess because she was
Okay,
his
okay.
treasure. Sometime
Dang,
after
she's
my mom
pretty,
started
pretty.
working there, the man's wife got pregnant, and the whole mansion was both in chaos and extremely well organized. The man became obsessed with his wife's pregnancy, making sure everything was always perfect
Wait, is he
for
the
her,
son
and that she was
of
safe
the
at
baby?
all times.
I mean, of
But when
the
the baby was born, the man grew to dislike his own son.
what?
He felt his wife was neglecting
him,
him
isn't
to
he?
take care of the baby. The man felt powerless because there was nothing he could do.
What a jealous
One
old
year
dude,
later,
man.
he and his wife argued. He told his wife how he felt about the baby, and his wife was
Dude,
so
that's your
upset
kid,
that she
man.
snatched up the baby and drove to her parents' house, trying to escape him. Some say that because tears blinded her, she got into a terrible car crash that
What?
eventually caused her death.
What?
While she was hospitalized, she called my mom to her and gave her plenty of money to last her a lifetime, and then some to take her baby and run away. The wife knew her husband would hurt the baby if she were to die, and she was right.
So that's
she
not
kissed
her.
the baby one last time on
What?
the forehead,
So
and my mom ran away with it.
so that's her.
You're the
That's her.
baby, Aiden, my mom said.
Oh wow.
I sat in front of
that
her,
isn't
wide-eyed
his real
and
mom
mouth
then.
agape. What?
So his
was
real
the
dad
only
was
thing
trying
I
to kill
managed
him.
to say. Your father is a very dangerous man. He believes in his sick mind that you,
Dang.
a poor defenseless baby at the time, killed his wife.
Oh.
We've moved from place to place your whole life.
What a
because if they
Dumbo,
get you,
man. That
they
dude
want
is.
to throw you in jail for the rest of your life.
What?
My mom said.
That's so
He's
stupid.
a very dangerous man, the leader of a notorious gang. My mom reached out to grab my hand,
Hey, man,
but I
you
stood
better-
up and walked out of the house.
Wait, why?
I walked through the dark city,
He said,
just
"Take
trying
me."
to clear my head.
Why would
I didn't
you
know much,
run
but
out?
I felt that everything I thought I knew was wrong. My mom raised me, and she will always be my mom, but she's not my biological mom. Was I to blame for the accident?
No.
What was my father
You were
going to
1
do to
year
me?
old.
Would I ever be safe? These and so many other thoughts clouded my head. After a few hours, I walked back home, deflated. I was surprised to find the door of my house open.
Oh, they
I
raided
called
the
out
house,
for my
didn't they?
mom, but there was no response.
They raided the house.
I noticed a piece of paper on the dining table.
She got
It was a
kidnapped.
note saying, "Come get her," and an
Oh, I
address.
knew it.
I crumpled up the
Shoot.
note in my hand in anger.
They
She
should have
took
left
her.
when they should
I
have left
ran
when
as
they had the
fast as I could to
chance.
the direction. It was an abandoned building just outside
Of
the
course.
city center.
Warehouse.
I could see a faint light coming from inside, so I jumped through an open window and snuck around till I found the source. My father was sitting at a small table, apparently waiting.
Fake father.
When I found
man.
my mom
What kind of
tied
father
up to
is
a
he?
chair, I wanted to run into
Jealous
the room
prick.
and save her immediately. But I saw there were at least 5 of my father's gangsters standing nearby.
Man, they're
I
all
took a deep breath
they're
and
all in
walked
their
as
70s at
calmly
this
as I
point.
could. So
Probably
you
can't
came
even-
after all. I wasn't sure you would.
Probably can't even
said
run
my
for a few
estranged father.
hundred
Come
yards.
on, let's settle this, I said, rolling up my
Yeah.
sleeves, ready to
Fight
fight.
me.
You think I'm going to fight you, kid? No,
Yeah.
we will settle this like gentlemen, my father said.
nah.
He snapped his fingers and 3 of his goons approached, one carrying a table, another carrying 2 chairs, and a third one carrying a chessboard. You want to play chess? I asked him, thinking he was just trying to
typical
catch me
old
off
people.
guard. I mean, what kind of mafia leader settles things with a game of chess? When I win, you'll go to jail for the rest of your life. And the maid, he pointed at my mom, will join my dear wife in the afterlife. I
What?
gulped
They're gonna
nervously.
kill her?
What happens if I win? I asked. You
I'll
won't,
go to the
he said
after-
simply. He glanced
Dang,
at his bodyguards
he's that
with a smirk,
confident.
thinking I probably didn't even know how to play. But I did. When I turned 10 years old, my mom gave me an old fancy-looking chessboard with all the beautifully
he a
carved
little
pieces
chess
inside.
pro, huh?
She taught me how to play, and I played even when she wasn't there. I found the game exhilarating. The first moves
chess
I
is
made
pretty
were
fun,
almost
I'm not gonna
reflexes.
lie.
I wasn't even thinking. It felt like someone was guiding my hand. My father's brow wrinkled, and he looked at me in disbelief.
He's like, oh.
He began. He was shocked at the moves I was making. He began making his moves as if to see what I would do next. Impossible, he muttered. He moved one piece, and before I realized what I was saying, it was out. Checkmate, I said.
Dang,
I won.
okay.
He looked at me with an indescribable mix of emotions in his eyes. Eyes that before seemed empty. You played just like my wife, he said. I smirked.
Oh my God.
I played like both my mom and my mother. The 3 guards suddenly strutted towards me. I put my hands up to block any punches I felt coming my way, but they just stood behind me, and, staring at my father, they crossed their arms. You're weak, one of them said. Before I knew it, my father lunged at me, wanting to hurt me, but one of the men pulled him off me, and the other pushed me away. They grabbed my father by the arms while he yelled and cursed at them. They threw him out the doors and locked them.
Dang, dude.
You beat your father, so now we're loyal to you. And
What?
to you only.
What is this,
one
a
of them
chess
said.
gang?
He was going to say more, but I immediately ordered him to untie my mom.
It's all good.
I went up to the window and I was face to face with my father. You'll pay for this, you little punk, he said. I'll get back everything you've taken from me, even if it's the last thing I do. Oh yeah? I asked. You and what army? 'Cause I have one, but you're all by yourself. I laughed at my father's anger. I felt absolutely no pity or sadness for him. He despised me from the moment I was born.
Yeah, that's
and he put
really
my mom
messed
in
up.
danger, not to mention my biological mother. He didn't want me as an heir, but that's exactly what I ended up becoming. My
he
mom
got
and
his
I
money.
moved into the old mansion. It was much bigger and more luxurious than anything we could ever afford when I was young. The best part is that I finally saw my mom making friends, being part of a community.
That's so sweet,
I never noticed just how alone she was in order to protect me. Now, we finally have a forever home.
Honestly, this one was so heartwarming and amazing. Happy ending, guys. Happy ending. That's all I wanted, guys. That's all I wanted. At the end of the day, he didn't go to jail. He was supposed to go to jail at 1 year old, but he managed to escape that life, because that's really messed up. What kind of dad does that to their real kid? Like that was his actual baby, you know? But anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys want to see more videos like this, leave a like, leave a comment. We are on the road to 1 million subscribers, so join the Rage Nation today. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.